Hi. This week's First Chapter Friday is A First Time for Everything, which is a graphic novel memoir by Dan Santat. And Dan Santat is an author. This is a memoir of him when he was in middle school. He writes mostly picture books, very well known. This book has been very well received. It has already won the 2023 National Book Award for Young People's Literature. And so our library book club challenge for this month is to read a book from one of the best of lists. So at this time of year, December, January, our the everybody comes out with these best books of the year lists. So I thought it might be a fun challenge for folks to try to find a book from one of those lists to read. And this has been on several of them. So let's check out A First Time for Everything. It's a story where Dan goes on a trip to Europe with his some other kids from middle school and all the things that happened there that kind of change his life. A first time for everything. We didn't know we were making memories. We were just having fun. A. A. Milne. For the person you have yet to discover inside of you. I grew up in a small town just outside of Los Angeles. Everything I knew about the world happened in Camarillo. My mom was sick with a disease called lupus, a disease in which the immune system attacks its own tissues, which usually left her feeling exhausted, so I often helped her with errands. Mom was hospitalized a few times, so we didn't travel much. I was an only child, so I kept myself busy at home. I stayed out of trouble. I tried my best in school. I did normal kid stuff. I played with friends on playgrounds and little league sports. Life was good. But then I got to middle school. Patoo! Splat. Ah ha ha ha! Thump. Suddenly being a kid felt stressful. What are you staring at? Did you see? Just keep walking. You learned that the best way to survive was to keep a low profile. I became quiet, small. I wanted to be invisible. But no moment in my middle school experience was worse than this. Thank you very much for having me here today, kids. And I hope you all learned a lot about the dangers of using drugs. Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation, Mr. Quimby. Clap, clap, clap. Hey, kids, we still have 15 minutes before the bell rings, and I can't let you go early. Shut up! This sucks! Dan, Jenny, we need to be prepared for the speech tournament this weekend. I've set some time aside for you to each perform your speeches in front of the students. I guess you can't hide forever. What? Dan, you're going first. Me? Oh, thank God. Right now, I'd like to invite Mrs. Bjork to the front of the stage to tell us more. All my life, up to this moment, I stayed out of trouble. I followed the rules and I tried to always be a good kid. This all felt really unfair. This isn't how karma is supposed to work. At this time, I'd like to invite Dan Santat up to the stage. I once read that most people feared public speaking more than they feared death. Don't forget to enunciate. I wanted to throw up. Spring Morning by A. A. Milne. Where am I going? I don't quite know. Down to the stream where the kingcups grow. Up on the hill where the pine trees blow. Anywhere, anywhere, I don't know. Where am I going? I don't know. Shh, keep it down. Swipe. Quiet down! Mr. Fitzgerald tried his best to keep everyone in order. The next person who interrupts Mr. Santat's speech will see me after school and will be written up to spend all next week in detention. But none of the kids were having it. Here you go. You're doing fine, son. And someone was going to pay. The clouds sail by, little ones, baby ones. Loser! I'd like to report a murder. There were about 700 witnesses. There's a reason why some people pee themselves when they're scared. That's because when you encounter fear, I mean true fear, over the it starts from the crotch, and the chill spreads throughout your body, leaving you frozen in place. At least I didn't pee. Ring! I never told my parents what happened that day. I didn't want them to worry. I didn't want to complicate things for them. Get back to your seats! I haven't dismissed you! Stop! Plink. Who threw that? Who did that? I wasn't looking for trouble. Dan, we need to work on your delivery. You need to enunciate. Life is just hard. Dan, did you hear what I just said? Yes, Mrs. Bjork. Good. Remember that for the tournament this weekend. I want to be small. I want to be invisible. June 1989, the last day of junior high. Ryan's place is just on the other side of the park. Ryan's in high school. Why would he invite us? He invited everyone. Are you sure he meant everyone? I mean the whole school. Ryan is throwing the party. His little brother Mike couldn't keep his mouth shut and told everyone about it. That's how I found out. So we're technically not invited. It's not just us. A bunch of kids are going. I don't want people looking at us if we weren't invited. We're invited since everyone in town is technically invited. Where are his parents? I don't know. Out of town, he said. Why are we even going to this party? We don't do parties. Why are you being such a downer, Dan? I want to experience at least one party before moving to New Mexico. Well, here's the place. I don't know, you guys. We don't usually hang out with these kids. Do they even want us here? It'll be fine. We can just go through the backyard gate. Skirk! Why did the lights turn off? What? Thud. I wonder what that was all about. Scuffle, crunch. Uh-oh. Whoa, what's going on? Run! Just run! What? Why? Crash. Whoa. Stay right there! It's the cops. Run! Dan, come on, Dan! First party. Los Angeles International Airport, 2 weeks later. Do you have your sweater? Yes. Passport? Yup. You're studying abroad for 3 weeks without us to help you. You'll be sorry if you don't have your passport. We never got to do this when we were kids. You should feel lucky. Camera? Yes, Mom, I have it. I'm fine. Hey, what's with you? I thought you liked to travel. You always have fun with us. You're kidding, right? We just go to places none of us are interested in to take pictures of me standing by myself. Four Corners, 1988. Isn't anyone going to take the picture with me? I'm holding the camera. I don't like how I look in pictures. Squat down on all four states at once so I can take the picture. Someday I'm going to look at these old pictures and I'm going to look like some kid who ran away from home and went on vacation to places all by myself. What's taking so long? I'm getting soaked out here. What's wrong with this camera? Are the batteries dead? Dad! Why would I want to go on vacation? I'd rather stay in my room and not be bothered by people. That's silly. You would just sit around playing video games all day. When I came to America, I wasn't prepared for a lot of things because I only saw life from a tiny little village. You need to do this. I have the rest of my life to go to Europe. It's not going anywhere. When did he become so negative? He's 13. He's a teenager. Teenagers don't want to do anything. You've been grouchy for the last 2 years. It's his hormones. It will be good for you to get out of town. And you'll be with all your friends. The scariest part was, these weren't really my friends. Hi, Shelley. Hi, Mrs. Santat. It's been a while. I haven't seen you since you drove me home from school that one time last year. See, you have a friend. Mom. I've known Shelley since kindergarten. I lost count how many silly things I've said to her. 5th grade. I saw Top Gun and drew this picture of Maverick flying in his plane. You mean an F-14. What? He flew an F-14 Tomcat. That's a jet. A jet is a plane? Well, shut up, Santat. It was best to keep our chats brief. Hey, hey. Hi, hey. Is Dan excited for the trip? It's all Joy has been talking about for the past month. I don't know what's gotten into him. He doesn't want to do anything anymore. Who wouldn't want to go on a trip like this right before high school? Joy was one of the most popular kids in school. Our moms were friends. Joy and I took karate together. Begin! Hiya! Kya! Crotch! Get up! Don't show your opponent you're in pain. Sorry about that. No, he should have seen it coming. Hey, Joy. Your fly's open. What? Made you look. Ha ha. I was so excited that I stayed up and figured I'd just sleep on the plane. Same. And then there was Amber. What are you staring at? What? I wasn't looking. I could feel you staring at me. I wasn't. You're so odd. Are you ready to do this? I was wondering when you guys were going to get here. I intend to have a summer romance with some hot Euro boy. This was going to be a long 3 weeks. Hey, girls, keep an eye on Dan for me, okay? Oh, baby Dan, we sure will. Are you folks the EFST tour group to Europe? Yes, hi. Perfect. This is my son, Braden. We live in Thousand Oaks. He's part of the tour group. See, Dan, another boy for you to play with. Why are you so loud? Moms, what are you going to do, right? Yeah, I'm Braden. I'm Dan. Pleased to meet you. Hey, are you guys the tour group going to Europe? Hi, I'm Braden. Hey, I know you. You're a year below me. I'm Dan. Yeah, I'm Daryl. 2 boys to play with. Mom, please, I get it. Good morning. We are now preparing to board 9 a.m. TWA Flight 64 to New York at Gate 16. Okay, kids, it's time to board the plane. Say goodbye to your parents. We're shipping out. Hi, Mrs. Bjork. Check in with this one every now and then. He's being a baby about leaving us. Mom, that's not why I... Don't worry, Mrs. Santat. I'll keep a close eye on him. Flick. Ow! Hey, cheer up. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Try to make the most of it. All the kids here seem to be excited but you. We went to Europe on our honeymoon and it was amazing, and we wanted you to have the same experience. We loved Salzburg. And when you're in London, try to go to Wimbledon. Okay, give me a hug. Wait, are you wearing that to Europe? What? My gold Buddha necklace? Yeah, why? Don't! They're going to chop off your head and take it. They? Who's they? Thieves! Pickpockets! Haha, they're going to chop off my head if I... Take it off! Fine, yeesh. Wouldn't it be easier for them to just yank it off and run away? Hey, I worry because you're our only kid. This is your first time away from us. I'm nervous too. Try to have fun. I'll try. Okay, I'm off. Have a good flight. Hey, it's your first time on a plane. Yep, don't worry. If the plane goes down, at least my death will be quick. What? That's the last thing you say to me? Why would you say that? Love you. So that's the beginning of a first time for everything. And you probably sensed a bit of a theme of firsts here. So, his first party, his first time on a plane, and there's a lot of other firsts that come in this book. So I hope you like it. Check it out at our library.